Hello, welcome to Verbling. I'm teacher Oakley, and in today's class we will conclude our little series on the IELTS reading exam. Uh, Today we'll just jump right in and grab another reading passage and try the questions. We're going to be, first of all, looking at timeline questions or flowchart questions. You might call them. One thing flows into the other, so relatively easy to follow the train of thought. Once again, I haven't even looked at this material. We're going to do it together. So you know what I know. Okay. Welcome to the class, Talis. Hi.
Hi,
How are you today?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you today, Oakley?
Asi. Talis, where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
Okay. How do you say so-so, asi, come see, come saw?
In Portuguese, you say
Yeah.
mais ou menos.
One more time?
Mais ou menos.
Mais ou menos. Mais ou menos. Is that right? Mais ou menos. Is that right? Okay. I don't know what happened there. Carolina, hello. Welcome to the class.
Hello, teacher.
Hi. How are you today?
Good, thank you. In Spanish, it's the same, más o menos.
Mais ou menos.
Yeah.
Same. Mais ou menos. I thought it was más o menos. Much and smaller. Like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, much or less?
More or less. Oh, more
More
or
or
less.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. In English, it's so-so.
So, yeah.
In French, comme ci, comme ça. Okay. Anyway, Vitor, welcome to the class. Oh my goodness.
Hello, teacher.
Whoa. Dude. Vitor, you got some serious feedback going on.
Yes, some noise.
Yeah, you have some very serious feedback going on there. I cannot wear my headset when you are.
Do you know where I configured this?
Yeah, please do. Because that's painful. Thanks. Appreciate it.
It's bad now.
It's a little better. What are you sitting in a room full of? Are you sitting in a room full of computers or something? Are you in the
No,
space shuttle?
no, just my computer and I'm in my office.
All right. Wow.
It's not good.
Well, there's a lot of feedback. It's better now though. It's better now. Thanks.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna jump right in with the lesson here. Okay, I'm gonna do a screen share and we'll get started. Okay, IELTS reading, the history of the tortoise. Yay, tortoises. Great. Now, again, my first step as I attack this is to actually look at the questions. All right, I have, okay, pick the words from the passage. True, false, not given. And the questions we're going to do first are a flow chart or a consecutive order, how things happen in a timeline, step 1, step 2, steps 3, step 4. Now, look, There's one other question which looks like a summary question. Never mind, I don't care about that. Do the summary questions last, regardless of whether they appear first in the set or last in the set. Always do the summary question last.
How can I know it's a summary question?
Well, okay.
How can I recognize it?
Honestly, I have not looked at this before. Now, I'm trying to do this as honestly as I can with you guys, as in I haven't looked at this stuff either. So I really want to give you an honest appraisal of how I approach the exam. So I haven't looked at this material before today. Okay, how did I know that instantly? Because it says, according to the writer. That's all I had to see. Okay? That's it. That's all I had to see. There will be an introduction or signal word or signal phrase which says this is a summary. Again, I really cannot possibly stress enough the importance of recognizing signal words and signal phrases which tell you, here's an important point, here's an example, here's a contrasting point, here's a summary, here's a conclusion. You really, honestly, if you studied nothing else and you had 2 days before you took the exam, this is what I would recommend. Study these, because you need to listen for them on the listening test, you need to recognize them on the reading test, you need to speak them on the speaking test, and you need to write them on the writing test. Seriously, it's like half your score. If you're doing this, other things follow. Because you're using a subordinating clause, you're going to have to make more complex sentences and sentence structures. Because you know all these, you're going to have to advance your vocabulary. There's real. I'm okay. I'm going to stop. It's singularly, in my opinion, totally my opinion. Probably thousands of other people would disagree. In my opinion, this is the most important thing. Okay, that's how, Talis. That's how. Because I can instantly recognize these and what that means. Okay, we're going to do a flow chart. Now look, I got a flow chart, true, false, not given. I've got one summary question. Is it worth scanning the whole thing for one summary question? Not in my opinion, no. I've got another search for the answer from the passage. I personally, if I saw this, I wouldn't even bother skimming it. There's no point, really. I'm going to be scanning for specific information, so let's do that. Let's jump right in. Okay. Read the title. Method of determining where the ancestors of turtles and tortoises come from. First of all, I have to think, who gets paid to do this? But okay, fine. Let's begin. Talis, please read the first question.
All right. 71 species of living turtles and tortoises were examined, and a total of 34 blank were taken from the bones of their forelings.
Okay.
34.
Not 34. 34 is the number of the question. Okay. 34.
All right. Okay.
Okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. Just don't be confused by that. Okay, that's an interesting point. Don't be confused by the number of the question. Okay, Talis, where am I going to find this information? How am I going to find this information?
I need a minute to see the
file. No, you don't. Let me ask your classmate. Carolina, how am I going to find this information?
I probably search a number, 71.
Look for 71. Thank you. See that, Thomas? It's that easy. Look for 71. Look for a number. Always look for a number. Do you see 71? When you see 71, just give me a shout. Either one of you.
Stop.
Okay, I found it.
Oh,
71
yeah.
species.
See how easy that is? Oh, my God. How fast can we go through this test? Boom, 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 boom. Just like that. Da-da-da-da-da-da, like a machine gun, man. Like that. It's that easy. Okay, 71. All right, let's read a little bit above and a little. Okay, luckily the paragraph starts just a little bit above. That's really cool and lucky for us. Walter and Jacques at Yale obtained 3 measurements in these particular bones of 71 species of living turtles and tortoises. What? Okay, so, all right. These 2 guys got 3 measurements of bones of 71 species. All right, I paraphrase it to myself. All right, look at the question again. Okay, Talis?
All right. So,
All right. Okay, again.
okay, you found any number over there?
Okay, again, it's...
No, I mean, besides 71, I need a number to answer this blank, right? So a total of a number were taken, right?
Yeah. You see another number here? You need a number and a noun.
Wow, 3 measurements in this particular bone?
You're a genius. That's it. That is the answer, Talis. 3 measurements. Okay?
It's 2 words. Okay.
It's too easy, right? Oh, that's too stupid. It couldn't possibly be that easy. Yeah, that's the whole freaking test. This whole test is so easy. The answers, the thing that messes everybody up is they add all these extra words, species of living turtles. It's all garbage. If you reduce it down to speaking to a 5-year-old child, that's where all your answers are. They are.
Okay.
They are answers
Did they say
that could be explained to a
Did they say it
5-year-old.
was?
What?
Did they say it had to be 2 words or something like that?
Yeah, you're right. I forgot to look at that.
Okay.
Okay, no more than 2 words, and or a number. So you can use. By the way, when it says this and or a number, that means you can use 24 shark fins. That's a number and 2 words. So that's okay. All right.
Okay.
Be very careful with this and or, because sometimes it's just an and, or sometimes not really very often. I don't think that really happens, but it could be or a number, in which case you have to use one or the other. Yeah, you have a very good point. I did not look at this before we started, and you absolutely should. Good call, Talis, actually. You got me on that one. You're right. You need to know what your answer can consist of. So, there you go. What are 3 measurements? Okay, Carolina, step 2.
Step 2. The data was recorded on a necessary for comparing the information.
Okay, where do you suppose I'm going to find this information?
And next to the first one?
Yeah, right after. It's a flow chart. You don't really need to do skimming for this. It's obvious that one thing's going to follow the other. That's what a flow chart is. Okay, the data was recorded on a, okay, what data? The measurements.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The measurements were recorded on what? All right. So what? Go ahead.
Yeah. The paragraph said that they use a kind of triangular graph paper to plot the three measurements against one another.
Yeah, that's what it says. So,
Triangular graph?
okay. Now this is important. What's my main noun here?
Paper.
Yes, it is. So I gotta have that main noun.
Triangular graph of paper.
Now, yeah, I can only have two words. So what are you gonna do here?
Graph paper.
Dun 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 dun. Dun. Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Okay. Graph paper, even triangular paper would actually be acceptable. In the case where you can only use two words and there's adjectives, always take the noun. Okay.
Okay.
Probably the noun by itself is going to be okay, but if not, use one of the adjectives, and that's going to be probably they'll give a correct answer to any of the adjectives with the noun. Okay. All right. Moving on. Dallas. Outcome.
Okay. Land tortoises were represented by a dense blank of points towards the top. Sea turtles were grouped together in the bottom part.
Okay. So obviously it's going to proceed down from where we are. Okay. Now, this is a little bit of a complex sentence. Paulus, what are we looking for? And sometimes it helps when you're looking for an answer to rephrase it in your mind, either rephrase the sentence, or even rephrase it in the form of a question that you can answer by looking at the reading. So, how could I form this into a question, Tallis?
How were the
Yep.
the subject represented?
Okay, the subject of the sentence are land tortoises, so how were the tortoises represented? That's very good, Tallis. That's very good. You got it, man. That's it. They were represented by a dense something, man. Okay, let's take a look. Well, we know it's going to follow.
Type cluster of points. Cluster of points, maybe.
Okay. Yep. And it has to fit. Now remember, it has to fit grammatically. If it doesn't fit grammatically, it doesn't work. Okay, we're represented by a dense what of points? Okay, you just said it. What's the answer?
Dense cluster of points.
Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner. That's correct. It's that easy. All right, these questions are that easy because you're going to take information directly from the reading, and it's there. You're doing what's that stupid game with a kid who has like a red and white shirt, and you got a big picture, and you have to look for him. There's like 1,000 people in the picture. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yes, what is Wally?
Yeah, that's it. There you go. That's what you're doing. That's all you're doing. All right. So don't panic. You can find him.
Like just identifying.
That's it. That's all you're doing here. This is not really rocket science. Okay, Carolina, next one.
The same data was collected from some living species and added to the other results.
Now, also, I need to make a point here. Recognize, again, I said the answer has to be grammatically correct, so you should recognize when you look at the question, what are you looking at? Are you looking for a verb? Are you looking for, okay, some living, that's an adjective, blank, and a noun.
Another adjective?
It kind of has to be, right? There's no other form of an English word that actually would work grammatically. It has to be. Okay, very good. Okay. So how could I form a little question in my mind before I go searching for this?
Which other species was collected?
Okay, good. What? Okay. What species? Which species?
Living
Yeah, yeah.
species.
Well, okay, well, living species, even better, even better. All right. So we ended it where? Somebody here? Somewhere here? Okay. Where do we see? All right, there's no some species. Sure enough, these amphibious species. Well, what do you think?
I don't know, amphibious? Species show up in
Well, all you're looking for is an adjective that describes species. So could it be living some species? No, it couldn't be living some species because your quantifier has to go first. 3 living species. You can't say living 3 species. I can't say beautiful 3 pencils. I have to say 3 beautiful pencils. So no, it can't be some. What's another adjective used with
Amphibious?
species? Oh, yeah, that's it. It's that freaking easy. It's that easy. Okay, that's it. Okay, the beauty of this test is that yeah, the beauty. Yes, the beauty, Carolina. The beauty of this test is it appears to be monumentally confusing. In reality, it is 5-year-old simple. It really is. It really is. The true answers are 5-year-old simple. The trick is the mental screw job that they do to everyone is make it so complicated it seems like, oh my god, oh my god. In reality, the answers are all 5-year-old simple. Okay. Tell us. Not always, Carolina. 2 or 3 of the answers even I don't understand. What in the hell are they doing? Okay.
Okay. Outcome. The points for these species turned out to be positioned about blank up the triangle between the land tortoises and the sea turtles.
All right. Now, logically, tell us, what is this going to be? If you had to, here's another strategy. If you were never going to, if you suddenly, a fire broke out and you lost the reading part of your paper in the middle of the IELTS test, you couldn't even look at the reading, what would fit here?
I'm not sure, okay.
Well,
I'm bad at grammar.
you don't have to be good at grammar. You have to be good at math. How are you at geometry or
Geometry, I'm good.
Oh, are you? Okay. If I have a ladder and it's perched on my roof, and I go up the ladder partway, how far up the ladder am I?
How far off
Yeah, I don't
the
know.
roof?
Am I halfway? Am I 30%? Am I 90%? That's got to be the answer. You're talking about.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
So it's a number? You think it's a number or a numeral, something like that?
A fraction or a percentage. It has to be. I mean, it has to be. It has to be.
Exactly.
You're talking about the position of an apex triangle and how far you are up on one side of the triangle. So, in other words, what I'm telling you is use logic. You know, use your skills, man. You got math skills? Use your math skills. There's going to be 2 or 3 questions in this exam which do require a little bit of math. You're going to have to add and subtract and understand how to, measure the side of a triangle. How far? All right. So reworking the question. Something I don't even care turned out to be I don't care. Something are positioned what up the triangle? All right. Well, let's see. Okay. Okay, where were we last time? The amphibious species.
Yeah. But a little bit upper, yeah, there's a triangle over there.
Yeah, the triangular graph. So we're just continuing.
The upper part of the triangle.
Sure enough. Okay, here's one of those signal phrases, by the way. These predict answers. It's so pathetically predictable. When you see these signal phrases, it means, here's an answer, here's an answer, here's an answer, come find me. Not every time, but like half of them. If you skimmed this whole thing for nothing but these things, you'd find the answers. That's English. Okay. Sure enough. Okay. Can you find it?
Halfway.
Halfway? Is that your answer?
I'm not sure. I have to see the context again over there.
Okay, that's fair. That's a good choice. Does it work in context? Absolutely. You are absolutely correct, Thomas.
All right. So halfway works for you?
Halfway up, it works for me, man. Does it work for you?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh, that's the right answer. All right. Great. That is correct. It's got to be correct. I'm 100% sure. Okay, Carolina.
Okay. Bones of the P queen steady, and the P.
Oh man, don't even ask me to help you with pronunciation here. Go for it.
Talampayesis.
Oh my God, that was amazing.
Were examined.
Okay. I'm totally impressed. That's all I'm saying. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Were examined in a similar way, and the results added outcome. The position of the points indicated that both of these ancient creatures were.
Okay. Now you did an awesome job pronouncing these Latin words. I'm quite impressed. You know, I took Latin in both high school and university, and I must say, did you ever take Latin, Carolina?
No, but Spanish comes to Latin.
All right. Yeah, I know. It's a Romance language. I know. The one you got wrong, though, was examined.
Examined.
Eggs. It sounds like eggs. Sometimes EX sounds like X. And sometimes it sounds like eggs. Like, I like fried eggs, scrambled eggs. Breakfast is wonderful. Eggs. Examined. Here.
Examine.
Eggs. Do you like eggs?
I love eggs.
Eggs, not X. Eggs.
Eggs.
I love the way you say eggs. Okay, let's continue. The position of the points indicated both these ancient creatures were. What kind of word are we looking for?
A noun? No.
A noun?
An adjective?
An adjective.
Most likely. Not definitely, though. Don't. See, this was I was trying to trick you guys a little bit. It could be a verb. We're running. Okay, here's what you do, man. You think what kind of word would fit here? I mean, and when I say this is what you do this really quickly. Sometimes you'll be able to recognize it like instantly, and sometimes it's like, wait, what kind of word is this? So try it. We're boxes. Yes, a noun does work. We're running. Yeah, a verb works too. We're tired. Yeah, an adjective works too. We don't really know here.
We're blue.
We're blue. That's an adjective. So we don't really know. Okay. How do I form this into a question so I can mentally look for it? And when the idea of forming a question in your mind is to mentally make it like when you answer the question, you know you've got it right. So you don't have to waste any time second guessing yourself. How can I make this a question, Carolina? Simple.
Where?
What were? Okay, you need a subject now.
These ancient creatures?
Were what? Okay.
Oh no, what? No, what?
No. You were right. These ancient creatures were what? Okay. And it has to do with what? The points.
Okay.
The points show these ancient creatures were what?
The last sentence in the paragraph. Yeah. They come from the era before all our daughters returning to the water.
Okay. So wait a minute. These ancient creatures were what?
Returned to the water.
Return to the water. Carolina, that's 4 words.
Returned.
Or returned.
Only one.
See, passive verb. Okay, Talis, do you have another idea? Here's the points. There are points on the graph. Who's there? Here's another thing. Okay, I simplified
those 2 species of tortoises, isn't it?
Excuse me? What? What?
Isn't it?
I think you got it.
Those two
Okay.
that comes before there. I mean those P. quincetti and
right.
Another strange name.
Yes. You're not so good. That's okay. I can't pronounce them either. All right. You know what?
So,
you have the answer, but how are you gonna make that like 2 words or less? Than, 1 word is also okay. But what are these things? The bones of the and the P. talamapasianus. leave us in no doubt. Their points, the P and the P, both of these,
Where?
Species,
Dry land.
both of these ancient
fossil,
fossils were,
Dry land.
or dry land.
Dry.
oh look, I even have the same verb. Sometimes they conveniently give you the same verb. Now, this doesn't happen very often, so don't count on it. But honestly, with the even more, this is a really tough question, quite honestly. And
Or dry land.
Yeah.
Dry land
Sometimes,
is the answer, isn't it?
well, dry land is an adjective, so you can't end a sentence with the. Well, yes, you can end a sentence with an adjective. Yeah. Actually, the answer is dry land tortoises. You want to take a
But
look?
it's 3 words, isn't it? Dry land is 1 word, or it's 2?
Okay, that's an excellent question. For the purposes of the IELTS test, TOEFL test, any English reality that you may be in, a hyphenated word is always considered 1 word, Thomas.
Oh,
Always.
good to know.
Yeah. So, okay. No matter what, you learned something today.
Yeah. Really important.
It's always considered 1 word. So, like mother-in-law, that's considered 1 word in English. All right? Uh-huh. So there you go. Both these ancient creatures were dry land tortoises is the actual answer here. Both two. Okay, here's another clue when you're taking these tests. Look for quantifiers really help you out. All right? They give you these quantifiers, words that say how many of something. Much or many. Sometimes, knowing the difference between much and many can help you get an answer correct. Much is for uncountables, and many is for countable now. Sometimes that will help you, figure out the answer. If you say both, well, where does it talk about 2 things? In the reading, it's never going to say both. It's going to say 2, blah, 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 woof, woof. Okay. Let's try some different questions. Oh, you want to try the nasty, evil summary question?
Are you talking to me?
No, we're not going to do it. We're going to save it to last. I'm going against my own advice. We have to. The more we know, the easier it is to do a summary question. Let me welcome Nidair to the class. Hi, Nidair. Okay. Hi there. Okay, let's try these. From the passage. Now, 2 words from, again, it's no more than 2 words. It's from the passage, so we're taking words exactly as they appear in the passage. Just search and destroy again. Let's try this. I forgot whose turn it was. So I'll just go to Carolina.
No, I did the last one.
Did you? All right. You're very kind. Talis? All right. Or not.
Okay.
If it's a hard question, you're not very kind. Talis, go ahead. 27.
Okay. What had to transfer from sea to land before any animals could migrate?
What the heck?
Is it right pronounced migrate or migrate?
You did pronounce it correctly. Migrate. That is correct. That's a tricky word because we say immigrate or emigrate, but it's migrate as a verb. So that's a good job. Okay, what are we going to look for here? Tell us.
Something that had to transfer from sea to land.
but we're going to have to search for this information in the reading passage. What word can we scan for?
Before.
Before? Okay, Carolina, do you have another suggestion?
Or land. Sea and land.
That's tough, man. Thomas, you can't go looking for prepositions and connectives and never.
Okay, migrate.
Yeah, there you go. You got to look for a word that's different than the rest. You can't go looking for and. I'll look for the. I'll look for the. I'll find the. Don't be ridiculous. You can't find function words in the text. You got to find special words. All right, migrate. Let's look. I have no idea where this is, guys. I have no idea where this is.
Stop.
Oh my God. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. For
Where is it?
another migration could have happened at the end of the
God, good. All right, Talis, your partner in crime over here instantly found the keyword. So, okay, again, making a question in your mind. What had to move?
So the invasion of plants.
Oh, so what moved?
Without the invasion of plants.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Plants invaded land so that the other species could invade it too.
Yeah, right. So what?
What had to transfer? Plants.
Plants. Da, 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 da. Gold. That is correct. You're absolutely correct. Plants is the answer. Carolina, 28.
28. Which two processes are mentioned as those in which animals have to make big changes as they move onto land?
What are we going to look for here? Well, okay. Here I have to say one thing. We know we're talking about plants moving onto land because we just looked at that. So, plants moving to land. All right. This kind of follows. You can be reasonably sure that this is going to be somewhere located in the text very close, right?
Yeah.
One, then the other. All right. So I don't have to search the entire text. I know where to look. That's a big part of the test. Figuring out how to know where to look, because that's going to save you time and give you more time to actually use your brain and think. All right. Okay. All right. Now this is a very complicated, twisted question, actually. How can we simplify this in our minds to make this a easier question to deal with? I can't deal with this. I'm a native speaker, and this is just too convoluted. How can I make this easier, Carolina?
What animals change when they are moved?
Okay. Well, not what, but how. How did animals change? Okay. And remembering two. Where were we? Oh, migrations was up here. Okay. Ooh, redesign.
Breeding and reproduction?
What?
Because they said moving from the water to the land involved a major redesign on every aspect of life, including breeding and reproduction.
Where do you see that?
In the part that you highlight. The next line.
Oh, yeah, okay. I didn't even see it. You got it much faster than I did. Okay, now here's another IELTS trick. Really, Carolina, you're going to write breathing and reproduction? Because that would be 3 words, and you would be wrong.
Breathing and breathing, comma, reproduction. I don't know.
That's right. Okay, there you go. And that's it. That's the right idea. And you can do that, by the way. You can use a comma, breathing, comma, reproduction. Okay, very good. You got it. Talis, let's try 29 here.
Okay. Which physical feature possessed, is it right?
Possessed.
Possessed by their ancestors do whales lack?
Good. Both of the double S's here are pronounced as a Z. Possess. Oh, no, I'm sorry. What an idiot. Sorry. First one's a Z sound, the second one's an S. Possessed.
Possessed. Okay.
That's it. All right.
Possessed.
Okay.
So, which physical feature possessed by their ancestors do whales lack?
Okay. Here's something for you also to chew on as you're looking at the IELTS test. Okay, if you have extra information encased by commas, ignore it. I mean, look at it and read it, but just ignore it. If there's information in brackets or parentheses, whatever you want to call them, it's extra information. If they're bracketed by commas, it's extra information. It's not central. The whole reason it's there is to distract you. Honestly. Okay. So, what do whales lack? That's it. How do you explain the question to a 5-year-old? Again, keep that in mind. What do whales lack? Sing it in a little 5-year-old song. What do whales lack? What do whales lack? I have no idea. Whales. Okay, and remember the keyword. Okay, I'm sorry, but that was just too easy, so I didn't think about that.
What does dugongs mean? Dugongs.
You know something, Talis?
Yes.
I may be a teacher, but I don't know everything. I have no idea what a dugong is. Okay, Talis, you want an answer? It's a small fish that loves to play the trumpet. Okay. I have no idea. I don't know what it is, honestly. What is a dugong? I don't know. There's your homework, Talis. You tell me, and you do some research and get back to me. I really don't know. I would suppose. Now here, okay, let me share this with you. I don't know. I haven't read this before. I don't know every single word. So look, I would have to assume that a dugong is some kind of animal that's probably also a mammal like whales and dolphins. I don't really know what it is. It's a close cousin of the manatee. So it's some kind of ocean-going animal that's a mammal. So there you go. I can figure it out in context. All right. I honestly don't know. And I forgot the question. Whales lack something. What do whales lack? I can't see it. Can't see it yet, so reading down, I continue. I don't panic. I keep breathing. Wow, what do they not have?
It's the gills.
No, that's wrong. They do not have MTV, Talis. That's what they don't have. Poor whales.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said they don't have MTV.
I don't know what's the meaning of gills actually.
You don't? You know what? It doesn't really matter.
What's the meaning of gills?
Doesn't really matter because you got the right, because that is the correct answer. Okay? It doesn't matter. I'll explain it to you, but you know, there are going to be times on the test when you're, oh, I don't even know what this is, but you answer anyway because it's the logical answer. Thomas, you're right. The answer is gills. Gills are the things. You ever go fishing? No?
Yes. I know I saw the translation over here.
Thomas, you ever go fishing? Seriously?
Yes, yes. I like to fish, yeah.
You do? Okay. Behind the fish's eyeballs, he has those slits on his neck, and the slits open and close, and that's how he breathes. He or she. Those things behind his eyes, behind his cheeks, the fish's cheeks, are his gills. And that's how he breathes. He doesn't breathe oxygen. He breathes in the water. And the gills separate the oxygen from the water.
All right. So that's what whales didn't develop. That's what whales lack. Gills.
That's it. You got it. See, even if you don't even know what the word means, you can get the right answer.
Yeah.
Use your logic, use your process, use your step-by-step process, and you can still nail the answer. Carolina, number 30.
Which animal make its thesaurus has descended?
I'm just amazed at how good you are at I'm going to have a class, Carolina, with like ridiculously long words. Make the students pronounce them. You're invited. Okay. All right.
I don't know.
Well, the key word here is just, I mean, I'm sorry, it's just stupidly obvious. You're going to look for the weird word. Is there really any other weird word to look for here? I don't know. Where is Ichthyosaurus? Where were we here? Badoo. Well, I don't know. Scanning. Scream when you find it.
Just stop.
Yeah, all right. I found it too.
Which animal? Dinosaurs.
Ah, don't do that. Always read a second sentence. It's only going to take you 2 extra seconds, maybe 5.
Okay. Dolphins.
Yeah. See? That is the trick of this question. I can't even say this. It's dinosaurs. Okay, what do they look like? Were reptilian contemporaries of the dinosaurs. I guarantee you in the real exam, about 50% of the people would write dinosaurs because they're panicking because of the time. You must remain calm. You're in a war zone. Bullets are flying over your head. You've just got to remain calm. That's not what they look like. That means they live together. The fossils look like. Oh, there it is. Okay. Target acquired. That's it. Okay. We've got like 5 minutes. Let's go for it. Let's look at the crazy summary question. In my opinion, these are really, really difficult because they really require you to basically read the whole thing to be 100% accurate. Let's try it. At least we have a 25% chance. Okay, let's take a look. Talis?
According to the writer, the most significant thing about tortoises is that they are able to adapt to life in extremely. Do I have to read them all? Must I read them all? The
No.
options? Okay.
No. But let's talk about it. Let's say this is question 40. It's the last question on the test. Let's say you have, like we do, 5 minutes, 4 minutes left. What are you going to pick? Okay. Now, I know, you're baffled. Both of you are going, what?
I would say letter A.
You would. Why?
I don't know why, but I would say. I just think the other ones are more unlikely to be than the A. Than
Think
letter A.
think about what we've done, what we have looked at. All right, we haven't looked at the whole text. Excuse me. We've looked at 2, 3, 4 paragraphs, and in those 2, 3, 4 paragraphs, what did they talk about? What was everything about? Think about that. You've only got seconds.
About the migration.
Migration. That's right.
Yeah.
So, what's your pick?
They are able to
Letter
adapt.
D.
What's that? D? Yeah, this is the answer. Okay.
But more than once? That's strange, isn't it?
It is strange. I have no idea what the heck it means, Tallis. All I know is everything I've read, if I'm running out of time, all right, and I don't have time to scan the whole reading document, I'm panicking, my heart's racing. All I've read was about the migration from land to sea. Everything was about the relevance of whales having no gills and tortoises coming on land, and everything was about land to sea or sea to land or whatever. If that's all I've read, that's the most relevant information I have, and I don't have time to go searching. I'm going to jump all over that. Okay? So, okay, I don't know if you can call this strategy or what, but whatever in the summary questions, whatever is the mostest, is the bestest? I don't know how to say it. Whatever you see the most of. Okay, these other pieces, the original life form was bacteria. That is a very specific piece of information. No, can't be right. I don't know. C, maybe, possibly. Adapting to dry environments, possibly, but again, specific. In a summary question, if you're still baffled, if you still don't know, always err on the side of generality, not specificity. Is that a word? Specificity? Always try to be general, not specific, because you know it's a summary question. Part of the strategy here, recognize what kind of question you're dealing with. And that will help you recognize the kind of trick answers, and it will help you recognize the kind of answers that, the trick answers that are wrong, and the kind of answers that are probably going to be right. Specific information in this type of question most certainly is going to be wrong. Things like examples, wrong, definitely going to be wrong. All right.
Okay. Got you.
All right, and go with what you know. Okay. Thank you very much, Dallas, Carolina, Nader. Hi. Dallas, great job all week long. Nader, good to have you aboard today. Carolina, great job all week long. And I don't know why you're not getting like 38 or at least. You should be able to get like 38 on this.
Thank you, teacher. Thank you for everything. Thank you for listening and speaking and writing classes. Thank you so much. It's helped me a lot. I know I have to deal with IELTS
Yeah.
Saturday.
Hey, I know. Best of luck. Just a second, Talis. Carolina, best of luck. She's taking the test in just a couple days.
Yeah.
If you could do me a huge favor, whenever you do find out how you did, send me a message, or
Okay.
I'd appreciate it. I'd love to, kind of.
Probably in for 15 days, they gave me my score.
Yeah. I know. I'm gonna have to wait for it, but still. Okay. Talis, you have a question?
I would just ask you, what time is it in the Philippines?
It's 27 o'clock, Talis.
27 o'clock. 3 in the morning.
3 in the morning? 27 means 3 in the morning to you?